Welcome back to the channel. This is Trinity Storm and you are watching 6th part of What if Naruto mastered a legendary jutsu in secret. If you enjoy this video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Now wasting no more time, let's start the story.
What is this? Exclaimed the director of the new Princess Gale film. I don't know. I woke up, and this was waiting for us. Exclaimed the assistant director. How should we proceed? This is perfect. We'll start shooting right away. Everyone get moving. Exclaimed the director. 2 hours later. Everything was in place for the scene. Everything was going swimmingly. Kaboom! Well, nearly. Looking away from the location of the explosion, it was discovered that Kakashi had thrown an explosive toward the mountain. Ha 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 ha. So you noticed. Very good, Kakashi, Nader said as the smoke cleared. Nader Roga, and I'm assuming Fubuki Kakuyoku and Mizore Fuyukuma are also here, Kakashi said. Ah, you remembered us, the pink-haired woman said. Not many people with pink hair, Fubuki, Kakashi replied, aware that this could cause problems. Kakashi, do you know these people? Sakura inquired. Well, I was here 10 years ago, and I fought them then. I'm not as inexperienced as I was then, but this will still be a little difficult, Kakashi replied. Shouldn't be too much trouble, sensei. What are your orders? Naruto asked, bracing himself for a fight. Take care of Yukie, Sakura. Naruto and Sasuke, take out Fubuki and Mizore, Kakashi said. Although Naruto is a chunin, he understands that he must still take orders from me. However, he will eventually have to learn to make the right decisions when I am not present. Haha. Right. Said the three, spreading out to carry out their sensei's orders. Fubuki and Sasuke. Sasuke had attempted to provoke a taijutsu fight, but Fubuki had kept him at bay with ice style. I thought only Hakugai could use ice style. PFF'd. Whatever, I'll just melt it. I'm stronger than I was back then, Sasuke reasoned as he began making hand gestures. Fireball Jutsu. Fire style. As he fired his clan's signature jutsu, Sasuke yelled. Ice Saintly. Ice Wall Jutsu. Fubuki retorted, forming an ice wall to stop the large ball of fire. As the fireball dissipated, Sasuke noticed that the ice was melting. I see now. This isn't the ice style, Kekkei Genkai, this is just jutsu that manipulates the surrounding ice. Sasuke closed his eyes. When he opened them again, the Sharingan's blazing red eyes were revealed. Sharingan? Fubuki thought as she began with more hand signs. So, the brats of the Uchiha clan. Doesn't matter, he still won't get past my chakra armor. Ice style. Swallow Snowstorm. Fubuki exclaimed as a snowstorm of swallows formed from the ground below. As the jutsu approached Sasuke, he made his own hand signs. Fire style. Dragon Flame Jutsu. Exclaimed Sasuke, his jutsu easily defeating Fubuki's. Yuki and Sakura. Yukie fainted from the memories of 10 years ago after witnessing Sasuke's fire jutsu. Yukie. Sakura exclaimed as she examined the actress. Sakura lifted her up and began running towards the ship, seeing that she was only unconscious. Mizore and Naruto. Naruto was struggling to deal with his opponent. Every jutsu Naruto threw at him would simply stop before reaching its target. Kakashi had yelled earlier that it was chakra armor, and that it cancels out the enemy's chakra while amplifying their own. Ah, come on. Stop being a coward and fight like a man. Yelled Naruto as he drew the trench knives Asuma had given him. I don't care what you call me, brat. You're going to die today, Mizore said as he directed his retractable cable at Sakura and Yukie. Not happening, yelled Naruto, swinging one trench knife vertically to cut the cable leading to Sakura. Naruto's wind chakra had significantly lengthened the blade. Naruto swung horizontally while spinning around and concentrating with his other trench knife. What the? Exclaimed Mizore as he noticed the cable suddenly fall. He was being hit with an invisible blade by the time he realized why. Fortunately, his chakra armor was protecting him. Looking at Naruto, he suddenly realized what was going on. So this little brat cut the cable. That must mean he's a wind type. Mizore thought as sparks flew between Naruto's wind blade and his chakra armor. Nader and Kakashi. So far, Kakashi and Nader appeared to be a fair match. However, Kakashi was simply imitating Nader's ice style, using the jutsu to buy time for the crew to board the ship. You will not defeat me by imitating my jutsu. Simply hand over Princess Koyuki Kazahana and the Hex Crystal, Nader said. What? That's Princess Koyuki Kazahana of the Land of Snow? Kakashi was taken aback by the news. HNHN. Of course, do you honestly think we'd waste our time with any of you if we didn't? Nader posed rhetorically. Nader then continued the fight by making more hand gestures. White whale jutsu in ice style. A massive ice whale rose from the sea and collided with the island, causing a quake that threw everyone off balance. Fubuki and Sasuke. Ice style. Ice prison jutsu. Fubuki exclaimed, attempting to apprehend Sasuke. Ice pillars were advancing on Sasuke. Except for one thing, Sasuke knew he couldn't avoid it. Sasuke used the substitution jutsu. After allowing himself to be captured in the ice prison. Shit. Fubuki yelled as she noticed the object in the ice prison was an iron stove with a paper bomb attached. As a result, shards of ice flew everywhere. Fubuki had retreated behind an ice wall she had constructed earlier. Sasuke began a series of hand gestures as he saw his opportunity to strike. Fire style. Sasuke began before losing his balance due to the earthquake. Mizore and Naruto. Naruto's extended wind blade continued to collide with Mizore's chakra armor. The two couldn't make a new move until the earthquake knocked him to his knees. What the? Naruto started. Mizore had seen Nader's hand signs and was anticipating a quake. After activating his snowboard, Mizore began charging at Naruto. I told you you were going to die. Mizore yelled as he punched Naruto. Naruto moved inside Mizore's guard purely on instinct. Naruto's chakra flared slightly as he delivered a close-range punch aimed at Mizore's gut. This action caused a large blade to protrude from Naruto's sleeve. The blade briefly collided with the chakra armor before piercing it. Due to the angle of the punch, the blade had gone in from about an inch to the upper right left, from Naruto's pav, of Mizore's belly button and out his spine. Gak blood began to pour from Mizore's mouth as he fell to the ground with a loud thud, sliding off the blade. Why? You be brat, Mizore exclaimed as he exhaled his last breath. Naruto examined the blade, which measured 1.5 feet long and 3 inches wide. Naruto then noticed a small note attached to the blade's base. Naruto read the note while removing the note and cutting the flow of chakra. Mr. Naruto. I hope you enjoy the surprise I hid in the gauntlets. It seemed like a nice addition to me. Guy-sensei considered. As well as I hope you didn't get hurt before you found the surprise. Anyway, congratulations on becoming a chunin once more. I hope you enjoy it. Tenten. It would have been so much better if she'd told me sooner. I almost died. Come on. Naruto thought as he put the note away and went to see if Sasuke or Kakashi needed assistance. Naruto saw two large white whales emerge from the sea and clash against each other without even taking 2 steps. What the hell? Yelled Naruto. Naruto. Get to the ship. We're leaving. Kakashi yelled after canceling Nadare's jutsu with the copied, ice-style, white whale jutsu. Right. Naruto said as he began walking toward the ship. Fubuki and Nadare. I can't believe Mizore was killed by a leaf brat, Fubuki exclaimed, shocked. That just means the Mizore should never have been a Junin for this land, that's all, Nadare said as he turned away. Right, Fubuki said. Aboard the ship. Hey, Naruto, Sakura inquired, referring to the rip in Naruto's sleeve. Yeah, just this hidden blade that's installed into my gauntlets, Naruto replied. Guy-sensei gave them to me, but Tenten's idea to put the blades in was Tenten's idea. Was Chunin made as a congratulations gift? Yeah, I heard Shikamaru got pillows because he likes to nap a lot, Kakashi said as he returned from checking on the actress, Princess. Oh, hello Kakashi-sensei, how is Yukie? Sakura inquired. She's just unconscious, Kakashi responded. Is it safe to assume we now have one fewer enemy ninja to worry about, Naruto? Kakashi asked, turning his gaze to Naruto. Yeah, and even if he did survive, the hidden blade on my gauntlet severed his spine, Naruto responded. I see. Good work, everyone. The following day, Land of Snow Palace. Are you telling me that a Junin of our land was defeated by a child? Exclaimed Doto. Yes, sir, Nadare responded. It wouldn't be a problem if it was by this Kakashi, but being bested by a child is absolutely humiliating. Not getting the hex crystal makes you look even more incompetent. Doto yelled. He was furious that not only had they failed in their mission, but that one of his pawns had been taken by a child. There was a brief moment of silence before Doto spoke again. Ready the train, and I'll be there to make sure you don't fail me again. Yes, sir. Replied Nadare and Fubuki before departing to prepare the train as directed. Land of Snow, Naruto, and friends. Can't believe it. We're stuck protecting a spoiled actress who turns out to be a real princess, and she doesn't care about the people of her country. How can someone be so heartless? These were Naruto's thoughts as everyone walked through a tunnel in a mountain that supposedly has train tracks beneath the ice. Sandayu had explained everything to them while they were still on the ship. How Yukie Fujikaze was really Koyuki Kazuhana, the Land of Snow's princess. How this film was supposed to bring her back and inspire her people to revolt against her uncle Doto. Doto was the one who assassinated her father, the previous feudal lord, Sosetsu. Koyuki quickly interrupted, saying it was pointless to waste one's life for a country that didn't have spring. That really irritated Naruto. He couldn't understand how she could be that way, despite what had happened. He thought he had it tougher than she did, but he didn't turn out that way. But he had to admit that if he had taken a wrong turn somewhere, he could have ended up like Gaara. When he heard a panicked yell, Naruto's thoughts were interrupted. Director. Yuki. I mean, Koyuki has run away again. Exclaimed the assistant director as they all emerged from the tunnel. I got her, Naruto said just before dropping a smoke bomb. Naruto was nowhere to be found once the smoke cleared. WH. Where did he go? The director wondered. Naruto has a knack for tracking people down quickly, but I don't think he left himself a way to return, or? Kakashi asked, looking around at his other students. In response, Sasuke and Sakura simply shook their heads. Sigh. Flashback. Well, I'm going to take our actress to her room, and I'll be right back, Kakashi said, beginning to walk below deck with Yukie over his shoulder. It wouldn't be long before they left the land of fire for the land of snow. Naruto called out, "Hey, Kakashi-sensei." Kakashi inquired, turning around to see Naruto holding a small stack of small pieces of paper with a familiar seal on them. Can you hide these in some of her clothes? You know, in case she tries to flee? Naruto inquired. Hey, sure, Kakashi replied as he took the small stack. Koyuki. Koyuki had attempted to flee, hoping that she would be long gone by the time they noticed. She was so preoccupied with her thoughts that she tripped and rolled down a hill. Fortunately, she was unharmed. You've come a long way, but it doesn't matter how far you go. Koyuki looked up to see who had discovered her. Tisk, that kid again, Koyuki reflected. Why don't you just leave me alone? Koyuki demanded, irritated at being discovered. Because, like it or not, it's my job to protect you. Now, let's get you back, Naruto said, picking up Koyuki and placing her on his back. Aw, come on. I forgot to leave a. Damn it. Sigh, never mind. Let's just go, Naruto said, realizing he had forgotten to leave a seal at his previous location. Through the tunnel. Naruto had been traveling with Koyuki for some time. The journey had been relatively quiet until Koyuki decided to speak up. You can have me back if you want, but all I'm going to do is act in front of the camera. Yay. Wouldn't want you getting your hands dirty fighting for your country like a real princess would, Naruto said snidely. And what's that supposed to mean? Koyuki demanded, growing irritated with the blonde. PFF'd. I mean, a true princess would fight for their country, no matter how scarred they were from what happened, rather than always trying to flee because they're a coward, Naruto responded as calmly as he could. What would you know how much pain I went through? I lost. Koyuki began before being cut off. At least you knew one of your parents. I was lied to about mine. I was too. Naruto began, before realizing the ice had melted, revealing 2 sets of tracks. He began to notice a sound coming from behind them. Soon, he noticed a light approaching them, and the sound of a horn became more audible. Run. It's a train. Yelled Koyuki, terrified of being run over. You don't have to tell me twice. Naruto exclaimed, starting to run as fast as he could. Aw. Why didn't I put down a damn seal to get back? Damn it. Yelled Naruto, frustrated. Run faster, Naruto. It's gaining. Yelled Koyuki. You think I don't know that? Naruto retorted, concentrating chakra on his feet to speed up his running. Naruto saw the light at the end of the tunnel and exclaimed, Ah! Naruto ran to the end and jumped to the side, dodging the train that had begun to catch up with him. Pant. Huff. Huff asterisk, made pant it. Huff, said Naruto, lying in the snow next to Koyuki. The train had come to a complete stop. Naruto began to stand up when he heard a loud voice coming from the train. Yukie Fujikaze, or should I say, Koyuki Kazahana. Dodo said from the back of his train. Now, surrender the hex crystal. Don't listen to him, milady. Yelled Sandayu from the crest of the hill. Unlike before, Sandayu was dressed in samurai garb. Hundreds of people dressed similarly to him backed him up. Ah, Sandayu!" exclaimed Sakura, surprised by the strength at his disposal. "Everyone, attack!" yelled Sandayu. As they charged, the small army yelled, "Ah!" They were charging when they noticed Doto ordering something to one of his subordinates. The train's walls lifted, revealing 7 by 7-inch square holes. Suddenly, waves upon waves of kunai were fired from the train. Sandayu's forces tried in vain to deflect the many waves of kunai. The sheer number of ninjas was far too many for an army with little to no ninja training. It had only been a minute, but Sandayu was the only one left standing. "I'll never give up hope, not for this land, not for Lady Koyuki," Sandayu said just before firing another final wave. Fortunately, the wave never arrived. Sandayu, on the other hand, could no longer stand. "Let's get out of here," Dodo said. The train had started moving toward the bridge, but as it crossed, it was hit by a large snowball. The snowball had struck the second-to-last cart, effectively stranding the last cart, with Dodo, on the bridge. The bridge exploded seconds later, causing the cart to fall off the side of the mountain. Sandayu's narration. Sandayu was responsible for many of the cast members, as well as Squad 7. Pages. Prink. Koyu. Key. Pages. Please, D. Don't shish. EADA. Any tears F. For me, Sandayu said as he took his final breath. Koyuki broke the silence with her usual monotone voice after a brief moment of silence. "You're a fool, Sandayu." "I can't cry because you've got my eye drops," Koyuki said, standing up and turning away. She would have left if it hadn't been for Naruto's voice. "What? Is that all you have to say? He gave his life because he believed in you. How could you just act like it's no big deal?" Naruto yelled, becoming increasingly irritated with the princess of this land. They began to hear something coming from over the cliffside before Koyuki could respond. A few seconds later, what appeared to be an airship appeared. However, upon closer inspection, it was the cart off the train, which was supported by a large container of helium. "Hehehehe. This isn't over yet, Princess Koyuki," exclaimed Doto over the speaker. Gasp asterisk, "Oh no. Why couldn't he just die in that fall?" whimpered Sakura. "Sakura, do you think you can hit the rudder on that ship?" Naruto asked, drawing his kunai in front of the princess. "Certainly," Sakura replied, beginning hand signs for the jutsu Kakashi had taught her. "Lightning style. Lightning sniper strike jutsu," Sakura exclaimed, holding out her hand, fingers pointing towards the ship. Sakura's fingers released a powerful bolt of lightning, which struck the rudder. The strike caused a small explosion, which threw the airship into the mountain. Aboard the ship. Kaboom asterisk, Lord Dodo, the rudder was hit with a lightning style jutsu. "We've lost control, we must evacuate," Nadir reported to his leader. "Alright, we'll just finish things here and leave no one alive," Doto said. "Yes, sir," said Nadir and Fubuki. Returning to Naruto and company. "Excellent work, Naruto. Allowing Sakura to use the jutsu I taught her to bring down their airship, preventing a hit-and-run kidnapping attempt to reach Princess Koyuki. But I'm sure he realizes that won't be enough," Kakashi smiled, pleased that Naruto had come up with that brilliant idea so quickly. "What now, Naruto?" After Doto and his henchmen landed in front of them, Sakura inquired. "We'll just kick their ass and hope they don't hurt the princess or anyone else," Naruto replied. "Of course, why don't you just state the obvious?" Sakura thought as she mentally face-palmed herself. I'll take the girl in that case. We have some unfinished business from the last time we met, said Sasuke as he pursued a smirking Fubuki. Alright. Make sure the princess and everyone else get away from the battlefield, Sakura. We don't want anyone to get hurt. I'll deal with that Dodo creep. Naruto gave the order after noticing that Kakashi and Nader had moved their battle elsewhere. What? But, Naruto, shouldn't we be concerned? Sakura began before being cut off by Naruto. Sakura. Right now, Kakashi-sensei and Sasuke are fighting. You only have one effective jutsu, but it is ineffective against chakra armor. When you've finished escorting everyone to a safe location, you can assist anyone who needs it. For the time being, simply follow orders, Naruto said this before heading towards Dodo. Sakura was taken aback by Naruto's logic, but upon reflection, she realized he was completely correct. Naruto must have a brain in addition to that Chunin vest. Haha. Sakura reflected as she finally went to carry out her orders. Koyuki. Naruto is going to fight Dodo by himself? Impossible. Nobody, not even Dodo, can beat him. He's going to perish. Koyuki wondered why she seemed so concerned about Naruto. Nader and Kakashi. Kakashi had enticed Nader on the other side of the tunnel, and when he realized that no innocent people would be caught in the crossfire, he came to a halt and turned towards his adversary. Kakashi, have you finally stopped running? You understand that imitating my jutsu will not help you win, not against me, Nader spoke with his usual arrogance. Perhaps, but I thought I'd show you one of my own, original, jutsu, Kakashi replied, forming the necessary hand signs. Nader had begun to make his own hand signs. Blade of Lightning. Wolf Fang Avalanche Jutsu in Ice style. As both jutsus activated, Kakashi charged towards Nader, piercing through one of the ice wolves that got in his way. Keeping his jutsu active, Kakashi attempted to pierce through Nader's chakra armor, knowing it wouldn't work. As the jutsu struck, the chakra armor did its job by canceling it, but the resulting shockwave pushed Nader over the edge of the cliff. Is that all he's got? Pathetic, Nader thought before being suddenly grabbed from behind. Even if a ninja lacks ninjutsu or genjutsu, he or she must always have taijutsu. Primary Lotus. Exclaimed Kakashi as he began a fast spin. Fubuki and Sasuke. Do you really believe you can keep up with me, little man? Fubuki mocked her opponent, smirking. Sasuke replied, a slight smirk on his face. Ice Prison Jutsu in Ice style. Fubuki called in the hopes of catching Sasuke off guard. Sasuke had simply dodged and activated his Sharingan, calling out his own jutsu with hand signs of his own. Fire style, Phoenix Flower Jutsu. Fubuki easily avoided the small fireballs by leaping into the air. She was caught off guard by the shuriken flying right past her while in the air. She noticed the shuriken were tied to ninja wire with a glimmer of light. Looking behind her, she noticed the shuriken circling her. Ah, this brat. Does he honestly believe he can beat me with a lame tactic like this? Fubuki thought as she used the substitution jutsu. Sasuke had predicted this, so he used his Sharingan to track down the Snow Kunoichi. After quickly locating her, Sasuke began the hand signs for his final jutsu. Ice Prison Jutsu, Ice style. Fubuki was about to step out and begin a new jutsu when she realized the ice beneath her feet had begun to entrap her. What? This is impossible. Ah. Fubuki's final words before becoming trapped in an ice prison. Remember, this isn't a Kekkei Genkai like Haku's. This is just manipulating the ice, not creating it. I'm sure you already knew that, but I thought I'd mention it anyway. Sasuke approached his imprisoned opponent, knowing that being trapped in the ice prison had not killed her. I suppose I could just let you die slowly in this ice prison, but since I've acquired some just you from you, I'll finish you off quickly and painlessly, Sasuke said as he activated his Chidori. Dodo and Naruto. Naruto was having trouble with Dodo because Dodo had taken to the air and refused to let Naruto get too close. Ah, come on. Get down here and fight like a man, you overgrown coward. Naruto yelled, swiping his trench knives and wind chakra in the hopes of making contact. Dodo simply dodged the attack, as if it were a minor inconvenience. I've heard about all your skills so far, so I won't fall for such a lame attack, Dodo said, seeing Naruto's shocked expression. Dodo then focused his efforts on locating Princess Koyuki, who was currently hiding among the snow-covered rocks. Dodo deduced this because he couldn't see the princess among the fleeing party. Grr. You bastard! Yelled Naruto, irritated by his failed attacks. Fine. I guess I don't have a choice, Naruto reasoned as he prepared his trump card. Koyuki. Koyuki had easily slipped past Sakura and had been watching the battle. She had observed Dodo evading Naruto's attacks. Naruto, in her opinion, had no chance of winning. Despite this, she didn't want anyone else to die for some reason. The words Naruto had said to her would ring in her head and then fade away like a bad cold. Princess Koyuki emerged from her hiding place after making her decision. Koyuki, Dodo, and Naruto. Dodo looked at Princess Koyuki and said, When Naruto saw Princess Koyuki, he yelled, "What the hell are you doing? You should be with Sakura and the others. Get out of here. Mind your own business, this isn't about you," replied Princess Koyuki. Princess Koyuki said, turning her gaze to Dodo. Dodo, if you want me in the Hex Crystal, that's fine. Just leave the rest of us alone. What? Naruto asked, surprised by the last sentence. Very well. Doesn't matter to me, as long as I get what I want. Dodo started, but was cut off by a puff of smoke from the corner of his eye. That's not going to happen. I don't care what happens, I'm not going to let you take the princess, yelled Naruto as he emerged from the smoke next to Dodo. Naruto swung his fist at Dodo, hoping to finish him off like he did Mizore. Dodo, of course, knew what he was up to, but he didn't bother dodging. Clang. What the? Naruto exclaimed, surprised that his hidden blade hadn't pierced Dodo's chakra armor. Ha 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 ha. This is a more advanced chakra armor than the others use. A pitiful blade like that won't be able to pierce it, Dodo laughed. Dodo threw his own punch, intending to knock Naruto to the ground. Naruto attempted, but only partially succeeded, in deflecting the punch. Naruto's hand made contact with Dodo's forearm, but the punch landed squarely on Naruto's temple rather than his jaw due to the disparity in physical strength. Naruto was then launched into the snow-covered ground. Now that the annoyance is gone, shall we go, Princess Koyuki? Dodo asked rhetorically. Dodo grabbed Koyuki with a grappling cable similar to Mizore's. Dodo took off with Koyuki in tow after that. Ha. The Kazuhana treasure is now mine. The rest of Squad 7 arrived a few moments later. Naruto was just standing there looking at the sky, which surprised them. What happened, Naruto? Where are Dodo and the princess? Kakashi asked, having come to a halt next to Naruto. Princess Koyuki came out and agreed to be captured as long as he left everyone else alone, Naruto responded. And you're just standing there, doing nothing? How the hell did you become a chunin? Sakura exclaimed, astounded by Naruto's folly. I had a plan in place before she came out and ruined it, so I had to devise a new one. And your new job is to stand around doing nothing? Will you listen for more than 2 seconds, Sakura? I'm waiting for them to land somewhere so I can take out Dodo in one final blow, Naruto said, clearly annoyed by Sakura's yelling. Huh? How do you intend to do that, and what does their landing have to do with anything? Sakura wondered, perplexed by Naruto's plan. Dodo can apparently fly with his chakra armor, so he grabbed Princess Koyuki and flew off, which is why Naruto is waiting for them to land. With the sealing tags placed within her clothes, Naruto is able to sense a small area around the seals, so once they've landed, Naruto will use his secret jutsu to deliver the finishing blow, as long as Princess Koyuki is close enough to Dodo. Hee. Yup. You got it, said Naruto. Oh, sorry Naruto, Sakura apologized, embarrassed that she had doubted Naruto. Hey, no worries, Sakura, Naruto responded. Naruto, here, Kakashi said. Huh? What's this? Naruto inquired, noticing Kakashi holding out what appeared to be a small crystal. This Naruto is the real hex crystal. I switched it out just after I put your tags in her clothes. Once Dodo realizes the one Princess Koyuki has is a fake, he'll undoubtedly come in close enough for you to take him out, Kakashi explained. I get it. He'll think she tricked him, and he'll be too angry to react when I suddenly show up, which eliminates the very slight possibility that he might dodge my attack. Hee, not like he'd anyway, Naruto said, taking the genuine hex crystal and placing it in his pocket. Nothing happened for several minutes. The film's director had inquired as to what the ninja were up to. It was Kakashi who explained the plan to them. What is it, Naruto? Kakashi inquired, noticing Naruto's unexpected reaction. They arrived. Kakashi-sensei, it won't be long, Naruto responded. Good. Make the most of it, Kakashi was ordered. Right. He's getting close, Naruto responded by making a Rasengan, then dropping a smoke bomb and disappearing within the smoke. Is he gone? What happened to him? The director was astounded that someone could simply vanish into thin air like that. He set out to rescue the princess. Only Naruto can reach her before something bad happens to her. Naruto is the fastest person alive thanks to his secret jutsu, Kakashi replied, missing Sasuke's negative expression. A few moments ago, Dodo and Koyuki. Dodo and Princess Koyuki had just arrived, and Dodo began walking towards his niece. Hand it over, Dodo said, holding out his hand. Very nice. Here Koyuki responded and handed him the hex crystal. Dodo became enraged as he examined the crystal closely. Is this some sort of prank? Dodo screamed, smashing the phony crystal in his hand. Don't try to fool me. You gave me a forgery. Dodo yelled, grabbing Koyuki's jacket and interrupting him. A flash of yellow appeared directly between Dodo and Koyuki. You were absolutely correct, you cretin. Consider this. Rasengan. Naruto yelled as he rammed his jutsu into Dodo's face. This can't be. Where did this brat appear out of nowhere? UGWAAAAH. Were these Dodo's final thoughts before his head flew off his shoulders, soon followed by his body? Ha! I win! Exclaimed Naruto triumphantly. What the hell? How the hell did you get here, Naruto? And why did you interfere? Koyuki demanded. Oh, shut up. I would have beaten him earlier if you had just stayed hidden, that because you decided to come out, I had to change my plans a little. Well, at least some of what I've said earlier seems to have finally sunk in, huh? Hee hee. Naruto exclaimed, his trademark grin on his face. Koyuki gasped as he considered what he meant. He's right. I guess I have more potential as a leader than I thought. I gave myself over so Naruto and the others wouldn't get hurt any more than they already were, but it was pointless. Naruto beat Dodo. It seems I'm just Usele. Huh? Koyuki reflected before being interrupted by something being placed on top of her head. Hey, there's no point in feeling sorry for yourself, you know. Besides, you finally demonstrated that you can be a great leader for your country, Naruto said, placing a hand on Princess Koyuki's head. And how would you know that, huh? Exclaimed Koyuki. Because you're crying on your own, instead of that fake crap you use, Naruto replied, his smile intact. Koyuki reached up and placed a hand on her cheek to see if what Naruto had said was true or not. And, indeed, she felt them. Her eyes were welling up with tears. The tears she had thought had long dried up had returned, along with a warm feeling in her once cold heart. The Leaf Village. In the hidden Leaf Village, it was almost time for sunset. Everything was fine. Until. Ah. Finally home. Hee hee, yeah. Yelled Naruto, relieved to be home after such a long mission. Squad 7 had stayed for a few more weeks to allow Princess Koyuki to finish her film. There was a large festival during those few weeks. Everyone in the Land of Snow came to celebrate the return of the land's rightful ruler to the throne. Squad 7 and Princess Koyuki said their final goodbyes after the film was completed. But not before the princess gave Naruto an envelope just before they left. Honestly, Naruto, you don't have to yell, Sakura said as they passed through the gates. Hee hee. Sorry, I'm just glad to be back in the village, you know, Naruto said, scratching the back of his neck. Alright, you too. In any case, why don't you all go get some rest while I give Lady Hokage the report on our mission? Good job, you three, Kakashi said, dismissing his team. Yes, Kakashi-sensei, the three replied before departing in separate directions. Sakura obviously pursued Sasuke, but Naruto went off on his own. This detail escaped Kakashi's notice. Naruto usually follows Sakura, even if it means following Sasuke. Wonder what's up with the sudden change, Kakashi thought as he pulled out his book and thought about the script that Princess Koyuki was holding. Sigh asterisk. I can't wait for that movie to come out, Kakashi said with a perverted grin. Kurenai's residence. Is there something wrong, Hinata? Kurenai inquired as she poured tea for both of them. I'm just worried about Naruto. I wonder if he's okay, Hinata said as she sipped her tea. I see. You shouldn't worry too much, Hinata. He has his secret jutsu, after all, just in case he runs into anything he can't handle, Kurenai said, taking a sip before continuing. Then again, I doubt that anything could give him more than he can handle with that jutsu of his, haha. I guess you're right, Hinata said, taking another sip. I'm glad Naruto decided to put his trust in you with that secret, Hinata said. That's correct, but it did appear that he trusted me a little too easily, at least in terms of the reasons he gave me. I know, but he must have just forgotten to mention that you've been keeping our relationship a secret the whole time, even now that you know his secret. Huh. You got a point there, Hinata, a new voice said from behind Hinata. Huh? Naruto? Hinata exclaimed, turning around to see Naruto. Hee hee. Yup. I'm back, and the mission was a success as well, Naruto said, his trademark grin on his face. "Naruto!" yelled Hinata, glomping Naruto. The glomp knocked the two to the ground. "Oh, heh, heh." Giggle. "Okay, you two lovebirds, get up. Naruto, would you like some tea?" Kurenai asked, laughing inwardly at the spectacle. "Heh heh. Sure. Thanks, Kurenai-sensei," Naruto replied as he and Hinata rose to take their seats at the table. Kurenai and Hinata began questioning Naruto about his mission after pouring him a cup of tea. Naruto answered as many questions as he could, exaggerating some of his own achievements in the process. Of course, Kurenai and Hinata were aware that he was making it sound more exciting, but they didn't mind too much. "Wow, so your favorite actress was a real princess after all," Kurenai exclaimed after Naruto finished his story. Naruto replied, "Yup." "Hee hee. Did you get her autograph, Naruto?" Hinata inquired. "Huh? Oh, wait a second," Naruto said, recalling the envelope Princess Koyuki had given him. "What do you have there, Naruto?" Kurenai inquired, curious if the envelope contained an autograph. Naruto took something from the envelope. Whatever it was, Naruto's eyes widened in surprise. "Ah. Why did she have to use this picture? Couldn't she have used a better one?" "Oh!" exclaimed Naruto, placing the photo on the table for all to see. Kurenai and Hinata recognized what was on the photograph. Squad 7 was joined by Princess Koyuki. Sasuke had a solemn expression on his face, his hands in his pockets. Sakura leaned forward slightly, a big smile on her face. Kakashi was simply standing there, his usual "I smile" on his face. The scene with Naruto and Princess Koyuki drew the most of their attention. Princess Koyuki was facing the camera from the left side. She knelt down to Naruto's level on his left side, her left hand resting against his right cheek. Her eyes were closed, and her lips were pressing against Naruto's right cheek. Naruto's expression was surprised, as if he hadn't seen it coming. They were nearly speechless. Hinata was the first to speak up. "Shush. She kissed you?" Hinata inquired, sending shivers down Naruto's spine. Yeah. I swear I would have told her, but our relationship is supposed to be a secret, and it caught me off guard. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had it that way, I swear." Naruto exclaimed, panicked. He hoped she would believe him. Giggle asterisk, I know. I was just seeing how you'd act. Don't worry, Naruto. I know you do what you said. Besides, the picture shows you're telling the truth. If the priceless expression on your face is any indication, said Hinata, as she began to laugh at Naruto's expression, both on his face and in the picture. Naruto and Kurenai soon joined in on the laughter. Naruto had an opportunity to defeat Dodo and took it, successfully decapitating Dodo with the Rasengan, said Kaharu as she reported Squad 7's latest mission to Danzo. I see, Danzo said, his face expressionless. Danzo, Lord. There's no doubt that the child is growing stronger, but we're not getting the time we need to make sure you're properly training him. What if the moment never comes? Homura began, but Danzo cut him off. That is something I have already considered. To be honest, I'm getting impatient. So, if the moment does not come to us, we will create our own. It all comes down to the 9 Tails successfully completing an upcoming mission. And what exactly is your plan, Lord Danzo? Kaharu inquired. I won't bore you with the specifics. Simply wait and see. Now I have to go make preparations. You've been fired, Danzo stood up to put his plan into action. The mission hall. I'm curious where Kakashi-sensei is. Naruto inquired, his hands behind his head. Kakashi won't be coming. He's been assigned to another mission, Tsunade explained as she entered the mission hall. Lady Hokage, Sakura said. Grandma Tsunade, Naruto said. Could you please stop calling me that? Anyway, only you three will be sent on this mission, Tsunade said as she sat down and grabbed a scroll. Needless to say, Naruto rules. Right. Granny, leave it to me. With a thumbs up, Naruto said. I'm hoping so. This is a critical mission. The consequences are entirely on your shoulders, Tsunade replied, his gaze fixed on Naruto. Goo. Right. Anyway, let's get started, Tsunade said as she briefed them on the mission's details. Tea Kingdom. The mission had been peaceful up to this point, and Naruto and his teammates were relaxing in a tea house when a teenager a few years older approached them. Gee, the life of a ninja seems pretty cozy, the teen observed. What do you mean? Naruto responded. You must have heard me. You leaf ninja don't give a damn about anything, said the adolescent, grating on Naruto's nerves. Why are you here? Naruto growled as he began to stand. So, hello there. Of course, I didn't mean you. As soon as he saw Sakura, the teen spoke up. Huh? Who am I? Sakura inquired. The boy continued to flirt with Sakura while leaning against the table. Have you ever given any thought to our future? The adolescent inquired. What kind of future? You know, the one where you abandon this ninja business and run away with me, the boy joked, winking at Sakura. Ah. Sakura, are you going to hit him? Should I, or shouldn't I? Naruto screamed. I was joking, of course. But what I said about being a ninja was not accurate. As he prepared to leave, the teen said. Naruto, calm down. You know, you're supposed to act like a chunin. Sakura tried to calm Naruto down. The teen paused in his step, looking behind him and seeing that what she said was true. Naruto was wearing the standard chunin vest. Yeah, I know. Sheesh, Naruto responded. The teen considered turning around and leaving without being noticed. What about that kid? Is that stupid-looking kid a chunin? Impossible. After a few moments. Hey. Those knuckleheads will never catch me. Ah. Oof. Thought the teen as he tripped over a tree root. I need to keep an eye on where I'm going. As he began to stand up, the teen said. I wouldn't be concerned about that right now, if I were you, Naruto said from a branch just above the teen, who was with Sasuke and Sakura. Sasuke inquired as he jumped down. Okay, tell us why you left your bill with us. With no other options, the teen decided to use deception. I apologize. I didn't have any cash. As he bowed his head, the teen yelled. Something small then fell and landed on the top of Naruto's head. Ow. Huh? What exactly is this? As he bent over to pick it up, Naruto inquired. Don't even think about it. As he grabbed the object and stood up, the teen yelled. Hey. What exactly are you doing? Naruto inquired, bracing himself for any unexpected movements. The teen decided he had no other choice but to remove the leg weights he had been wearing. See ya, he said as he dropped the leg weights, causing a cloud of dirt to appear. The teen vanished when the dirt cloud dissipated. After a minute. Huff asterisk. What now, Puff? As they came to a halt, Sakura inquired. The group had pursued the teen but had been unable to catch up to him. Don't be concerned. While he was flirting with you, Sakura, I tagged the back of his cape, Naruto responded, a confident grin on his face. Huh? Did you? Why? Sakura inquired, her face befuddled. I had a feeling he was going to do something stupid. In any case, I'll be right back, Naruto said this just before vanishing in a flash of yellow. With the adolescent. Ha. It appears that I was defeated. W. Squad 7. What the? What happened? Asked the teen as he landed on the ground. What brought me back here? As he looked around, the teen realized he had already run past this area, and this was where the ninja had stopped chasing him. Not only that, but he was surrounded by said ninja. Well, unless you count being sat on by one of them. Ha ha. Unfortunately, you won't be able to get away from me that easily, Naruto said, sitting on top of the older teen. How did you manage to catch up to me so quickly? The teen inquired, his gaze fixed on Naruto. Hey. Don't be concerned about the specifics. Sasuke, would you mind assisting me in tying this guy up? As he began tying the older teen, Naruto inquired. Sure, but what are your plans for this guy? While assisting Naruto, Sasuke inquired. We're supposed to meet up with Boss Jirocho in the nearest town, right? Naruto inquired, looking toward Sakura for confirmation, but all members of Squad 7 missed the teen's slight widening of the eyes. It is, indeed. Why? Sakura inquired, perplexed as to where this was going. Good. We'll turn this guy over to the proper authorities after we meet with Boss Jirocho. As Naruto helped the teen to his feet, he explained. HN. That's not a bad idea, Sasuke remarked as he assisted Naruto in lifting the teen. Office of Boss Jirocho. I see. I'm sorry Idate has caused you problems, Jirocho stated. Naruto and the rest of Squad 7 arrived at Boss Jirocho's house, where they were greeted by a member of the Wasabi family, who informed the team that the teen, Idate, was actually a member of said family. Sure. I suppose it's not a problem, Sakura responded, unsure what to make of the situation. Thank you very much. Could you please leave us now? I need to speak with Idate, Jirocho inquired. No worries, boss. Naruto responded, his voice full of his usual zeal. Jirocho turned his attention to Idate after they left the office. Idate, he said, dissatisfied in his voice. Yes, boss? Idate replied, concerned about the consequences of his latest round of mischief. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe that when I took you in, I asked you to stop your thieving ways. Didn't I? Jirocho inquired. You did, Idate replied, bowing his head. So, what's the deal? Why did you avoid paying your bill and blame it on the ninja? Jirocho inquired, a stern expression on his face. Idate remained silent and did not respond. I understand you dislike ninjas. And I've never questioned why, so please bear with me. Alright? Yes sir, Idate replied after a brief pause. In the woods. Hey. What are you doing? Squad 7 had been chasing Idate since the beginning of the race in Port Dagarashi, but instead of taking the boat to the next island, Idate ran into the nearby forest. It's none of your concern. Why don't you just leave me alone? Idate replied as he continued to run. It wasn't long before Naruto was right behind him, but neither of them noticed the double-layered genjutsu. Idate had picked up on the first but not the second. As a result, Naruto and Idate had both fallen off the side of the mountain they were running on. Fortunately, they were saved by Sasuke's action of catching them with a rope. That was close, Naruto sighed. Then Naruto notices something falling. "Ah! My ninja tools!" yelled Naruto. Sigh asterisk, at least I still have my trench knives and gauntlets. I'll just have to get my weapons later, Naruto reasoned as he and Idate were led away. Aboard the boat. Everything seemed to be going swimmingly since the forest. Squad 7 was still on the lookout, just in case. Squad 7 discovered during the boat ride that Idate was once a genin from the Leaf Village. Idate also had an older brother named Ibiki. Idate was relieved to learn that his brother was still alive. However, the moment was cut short when an arrow struck the boat's rail. "What the?" Sasuke exclaimed as he turned around to see another boat. Rain Ninja quickly began boarding the ship. Sasuke activated his Sharingan, noting that only one was genuine. Naruto. Sakura. Be careful, one of them isn't a clone. Sasuke warned his teammates. Right, said Naruto and Sakura. We have to keep them away from Idate, Naruto said, punching through another clone. We know, Sasuke exclaimed as he pursued the real one. Sasuke had confronted the real Rain Ninja, eventually forcing the adversary to flee by diving overboard. Sasuke. They turned into water clones. Naruto yelled, assuring the other that the threat was far from over. I know. Be careful, replied Sasuke. No shit, Sasuke, yelled Naruto. Rain began to fall unexpectedly, leaving small black puddles on the deck. Sakura was the only one who noticed, and she quickly realized that the rain was actually oil. Sakura yelled when she noticed Sasuke making hand gestures. No, Sasuke. There's oil all over the place. Sasuke immediately stopped making hand signs after hearing Sakura's warning. Sigh asterisk, that was close, Sakura said to one in particular. Sakura then noticed that one of the ninja was holding something and taking careful aim. She realized what they were up to when one of his comrades set fire to the object. Watch out. They're planning on setting fire to the boat. Sakura yelled to her teammates. I'm on it, yelled Naruto as he made the hand sign for his second favorite jutsu. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Having created 9 clones, a total of 10 Narutos were created. The real Naruto dashed to the back of the boat, drawing one of his trench knives and wielding it like a sword. When he realized it was a flaming arrow, Naruto jumped off the back railing and focused his wind chakra into his blade. Back off, you jerks, yelled Naruto, swinging his trench knife. The arrow was easily split in two by the wind extended blade, effectively keeping their boat out of harm's way. Naruto's wind blade, however, caught fire. Instead, a large fire blade was created. Naruto continued his swing and hit the enemy's boat. This had 2 consequences. 1. The front end of the boat was vertically split in 2, effectively causing the boat to sink. 2. Set fire to the boat. Okay, Shadow Clone Jutsu. Using a shadow clone, Naruto grabbed his arm and threw him back towards their boat. Good job, Naruto, Sakura said as Naruto touched down. Hee hee. Thanks Sakura, Naruto said, putting his right hand behind his head. Ouch, exclaimed Naruto as he drew his hand back down. Are you okay, Naruto? Sakura inquired, carefully grabbing Naruto's hand. Sakura noticed Naruto's burned hand while holding his still-armed hand. Sakura said as she took off her weapon and glove. You have 1st to 2nd degree burns, Naruto. Ouch! Naruto exclaimed, placing his uninjured hand behind his head. You did? Sakura yelled as she smacked him across the head. If you knew that was going to happen, why did you do it, you idiot? Ouch! Sakura, I did it so the boat wouldn't burn and sink, Naruto said, holding his head. Oh, sorry, Naruto, Sakura apologized, embarrassed. It's fine. Just don't hit me again, Naruto said. Kaboom! Asterisk, rig. Asterisk. An explosion struck the boat's left side. Squad 7 had no choice but to abandon their mode of transportation as the boat began to sink. Naruto directed Idate to proceed, but Idate was convinced that they were only attempting to save themselves. I took Naruto and used his burned hand to hit him over the head to get him to move. Within a cave. Squad 7 had made it safely off the boat after giving Idate a head start. The Rain Ninja drew Squad 7 underwater on their way to the shore. The Rain Ninja were defeated thanks to Naruto's quick thinking and the use of his shadow clones. When they arrived at the shore, they rushed in to aid Idate, who was being attacked by another Rain Ninja they hadn't met yet. Unfortunately, the ninja remained silent. Squad 7 was defeated as a result of the ninja poisonous needles. Since then, Squad 7 and Idate had been resting in a cave, thanks to Sakura, who had been given the antidote by Tsunade before they left the gate. Idate explained who that ninja was while they were resting. He was Aoi Rokusho, a rogue ninja who defected from the Leaf Village and joined the Rain Village. Aoi had duped him into bringing him a secret scroll and the Thunder Spirit's sword. After that, Aoi revealed that Idate could become a Chunin, but only within the Hidden Rain. Idate eventually told them how he met Boss Jirocho, and how he was the only KNE in the Wasabi family who believed in him. Unfortunately, Idate had lost faith in himself as a result of his reunion with Aoi. But Naruto refused to give up on Idate. He told Idate that all he needed was one person to believe in him. Idate made it to the top of the Spirit Breaker steps with the help of Naruto. Idate took off running once he reached the top, intending to finish the rest of the race on his own power. Drawbridge. Idate had finally made it to the drawbridge, which he needed to cross to reach the finish line. As he approached the bridge, Aoi appeared out of nowhere and knocked him to the ground with the sword of the Thunder Spirit. You just don't know when to give up, Idate? Aoi inquired. Not bad. Too bad I'm not Idate, Idate said with a smirk. What are you talking about? Aoi inquired, perplexed by Idate's words. HNHN. You mentioned earlier that you're a Junin, but you can't detect a simple transformation jutsu. Idate asked before disappearing in a puff of smoke. I see. So you're not Idate, but don't think you can take me, especially when I wield the sword of the Thunder Spirit, Aoi said, looking into one of the Leaf Ninja's dark eyes. Hey, interesting. Your sword of the Thunder Spirit against my Chidori, Sasuke said, activating the jutsu and his Sharingan. Nina charged towards each other. I've always heard that the last Uchiha was a talentless brat, unworthy of his family name, Aoi mocked as he cut through Sasuke's Chidori. Trees nearby. Oh no. He requires our assistance. He's fine, Sakura. It'll take more than that to take him out, Naruto replied, pointing to the battlefield to demonstrate his point. When are we going to make a break for it, Naruto? Idate inquired, eager to get started. If you can sneak by without being caught, I can help Sasuke. Sakura, I need you to go with Idate just in case, Naruto replied, preparing to enter the battle. Alright. Come on, Idate, Sakura said, sprinting toward the bridge after Idate. Aoi and Sasuke. Take it back, Sasuke said as he stood up again. Are you able to stand back up, eh? You should have just stayed down, Aoi said. I said, take it back, yelled Sasuke, activating his Chidori once more. Sasuke charged full force with his Chidori. Sasuke's jutsu was defeated once more in a clash of thunder and lightning, but not before causing a crack in the blade of the sword. Unfortunately for Sasuke, he was caught in the sword's current. Taking advantage of this, Aoi threw Sasuke over the edge of the cliff. He finally noticed two figures running across the bridge after he was certain Sasuke was dead. No. It can't be, exclaimed Aoi as he dashed to cut the bridge's ropes. Fortunately for Idate, Naruto appeared and blocked the path to the bridge. Get out of the way, yelled Aoi, swinging his sword. Not a chance, yelled Naruto, his wind-charged trench knife blocking the sword. What? That's impossible. Not when the wind is stronger than the lightning, asshole. With that clash, Idate and Sakura were able to complete their crossing of the bridge. Damn you, you bastard. You'll pay for that, Aoi yelled, enraged at being stopped by a worthless leaf Chunin. A few moments ago with Sasuke. Sasuke had gone unconscious after becoming entangled in the electrical current of the sword of the Thunder Spirit. There was a yellow flash as he fell towards the whirlpool at the bottom of the ravine. I gotcha, Sasuke, Naruto said as he grabbed Sasuke. Naruto then removed a tagged kunai and threw it toward a good-sized ledge on the cliffside. Naruto and an unconscious Sasuke were on the ledge when another yellow flash appeared. Don't worry, Sasuke. Once the boss dispatches that jerk, we'll get you some assistance. Aoi and Naruto. Naruto and Aoi's feud had continued. Aoi had attempted to overtake Naruto, but Naruto had not yielded any ground. Okay, even if you can block the sword of the Thunder Spirit, I'm still a Junin, and you're just a scumbag Chunin who got lucky to even get that promotion, Aoi said. Hey, really? Taunted Naruto, because that's the best trick you've got, and I've got another trick up my sleeve that'll beat you in that sword, believe it. Is that so? Then try it, you little bastard, Aoi replied, charging at full speed towards Naruto. Naruto smirked as he waited for the perfect moment. He said this as Aoi approached, swinging his sword down. Where is your big talk now? Naruto swung his arm, concentrating chakra on his left gauntlet. As a result, an arm with a dark blue hilt flew through the air and landed 10 feet away on the ground. Aoi had barely had time to scream in agony before his head fell to the ground. Hey. Told ya.
Now, grab that sword, Sasuke, and get to the finish line, Naruto said as he approached the sword of the Thunder Spirit.
Naruto vanished with a yellow flash after placing the sword in his weapons pouch. Sasuke. Naruto dismissed his shadow clone with a yellow flash. Alright, give me a second to figure out Sakura's surroundings, and we'll get you some help, Naruto said to a dazed Sasuke. Naruto grabbed Sasuke and vanished in a yellow flash once he found Sakura's location and confirmed that she was somewhere no one could see her. Aboard the boat. The mission was completed successfully. Idate had caught up to Fukusuke and passed him to win the race. Despite this, the minister of the feudal lord attempted to have Idate disqualified because he provided a photo of himself being carried by Naruto. That was overruled by the feudal lord, who provided his own photo. The photo demonstrated that the minister had accepted bribes from the Wagarashi family. As a result, the minister was forced to resign. Idate had a brief reunion with his older brother Ibiki after the boat arrived. Sasuke had been thinking about his fight with that traitorous rain ninja, Aoi Rokusho, as Naruto yelled his goodbyes. I couldn't beat him, but Naruto could. Squad 7 had just returned from their mission in the Land of Tea, and it was early morning. As soon as they passed through the hidden leaf gates, Sasuke was taken to the hospital. Naruto and Sakura were on their way to the Hokage's mansion to give the Hokage their mission report. Naruto turned to see Sakura's worried expression. "Good day, Sakura," Naruto stated. "Huh? What exactly is it, Naruto?" Sakura inquired, her gaze fixed on Naruto. "Are you all right? I mean, you appear concerned." Naruto responded. "I'm not concerned." "What makes you think I'm concerned?"
Sakura told a lie.
"Since Sasuke was taken to the hospital, you've been staring at the ground." Naruto responded, not believing Sakura's lies. "Sorry. I know I shouldn't be concerned, but his injuries didn't appear severe enough to warrant hospitalization." "Huh. Sakura, I suppose you have a point. But we have no knowledge of medical matters." Sakura responded by looking back at the ground. "I suppose so. If you're that concerned about it, why don't you check in on Sasuke? I am capable of handling the report." Naruto mentioned it in an attempt to cheer Sakura up. "Really? Are you certain?" Sakura inquired, her head shooting up so quickly that Naruto thought it would pop off. "It's not a problem. I've got it." Naruto responded with a scratch behind his ear and his trademark grin. "Thank you very much, Naruto," Sakura yelled before fleeing to the hospital. "You're very welcome." As Sakura rounded the next corner, Naruto yelled, "Mansion of the Hokage." Knock. Knock. Tsunade said, "Enter," after hearing a knock at her door. "Good morning, Grandma," yelled Naruto as he walked into the Hokage's office. "Stop calling me a brat." In response to Naruto's outburst, Tsunade yelled. He says. "Sakura, where are you?" "I know she wasn't hurt, but was she?" Tsunade inquired when she realized Naruto was alone. "Oh, I told her she could go see Sasuke at the hospital." Naruto responded with a sad expression on his face, looking toward the floor. "I see. I believe your mission was a success." Tsunade changed the subject. Naruto replied, looking up with a big smile on his face. "Yeah, but there was a rogue leaf ninja who caused us some trouble." "A renegade leaf ninja?" Tsunade inquired, a puzzled expression on her face. "Uh-huh. Aoi Rokusho is his name. He became a Junin for the Hidden Rain Village after leaving the village." "That's what I've heard. And he was armed with the sword of the Thunder Spirit." Tsunade exclaimed with a heavy sigh. "Yes, I am aware. While wielding that thing, Sasuke fought him. That is how he was hurt. While fighting Aoi, I managed to save Sasuke with a shadow clone. I began by keeping him away from the bridge, allowing Idate to catch up and win the race. I attempted to take him out once he was across. After a few minutes, I was able to land a fatal blow. That is how I obtained this." Naruto explained as he pulled out what appeared to be a sword hilt. Tsunade inquired, her eyes widening. "I am that." "Yep. It's the Thunder Spirit's sword," Naruto replied, handing Tsunade the hilt. Tsunade took Naruto's hilt and channeled her chakra into it. A yellow blade appeared after being activated. Tsunade examined the blade. She had no doubt that it was her great sword, uncle's, but she wanted to make sure it was in good condition. Despite the fact that it was completely intact, there was a crack about 4 inches above the hilt. I appreciate you returning my great sword uncles to me in the village, Tsunade said with a big smile on her face. No worries. I apologize for the crack. I was attempting to avoid breaking it with my wind chakra. With a sheepish grin and a hand behind his head, Naruto said. I see. What caused it to crack in the first place? Tsunade inquired. I believe it was Sasuke's Chidori. Naruto responded. I see. That shouldn't be an issue, Tsunade stated. Tsunade explained, seeing Naruto's puzzled expression. The blade is made of lightning chakra, but it is not required to wield this sword. If it cracks or breaks, one must have extremely precise chakra control over their lightning chakra. With some patience, this sword will be as good as new. No way? Seriously? That's fantastic, Naruto yelled, overjoyed that the blade had been repaired. That is correct. Now I need you to begin your mission from the beginning. Then I'll take a look at your right hand. Yes, sir, Naruto responded before going into detail about the mission. Hokage Memorial. In the Hidden Leaf Village, it was almost time for sunset. Naruto and Hinata ended their date in the same way they always did. From atop the fourth Hokage's head, I'm watching the sunset. Wow, Naruto. That's incredible, Hinata said as she leaned back in Naruto's arms, listening to Naruto's now completed story about his latest mission. Haha. I understand, Naruto responded, smiling at his girlfriend. How's the training going? On a more serious note, Naruto inquired. It's extremely difficult, but I'm not sure if I've made any progress, Hinata responded in a tired voice. Hinata, come on. You're working out like crazy. I know you're making headway. You need to believe in yourself more, okay? I'll do my best. No, Hinata, please repeat after me. Naruto said this while turning Hinata's face toward him with his left hand on her right cheek. Huh? Follow my lead. Okay? Oh. Okay. Naruto began. I, Hinata said again. Will. Please have more. Have some more. Faith. I believe in myself. Naruto was completed. I believe in myself. Hinata did it again. Now. Put everything together. I will believe in myself more. Hinata spoke with a slight flush on her face. See what I mean? Was it really that difficult? Naruto inquired, kissing Hinata on the lips. No. It was simple to say. Hinata apologized, kissing him once more. Haha. Sai, I guess it's time to send you back? As the sun began to set, Naruto inquired. Hinata sighed before answering, her gaze fixed on the horizon. I suppose so. In the town. We've arrived. Hina, good night. Naruto spoke in his usual disguise. Yay. Hiro, good night. Hinata responded in her typical disguise. Hinata entered the apartment complex after their customary goodnight kiss. After closing her sensei's apartment door, she heard Kurenai's usual question after a date night. How did it go? The next day, the hospital roof. Sakura paid another visit to Sasuke today. This time she brought apples that she had been peeling. Sakura was concerned because Sasuke hadn't said anything since the mission. Despite this, Sakura remained silent. Sakura just kept peeling apples and trying to strike up a conversation. When Naruto entered the room, everything changed. Naruto accepted Sasuke's challenge to a fight. Naruto tried to convince Sasuke that this was a bad idea because Sasuke was still in the hospital. But Sasuke was having none of it. He provoked Naruto, who eventually agreed. Sasuke then motioned for Naruto to follow him up to the roof. They were now on the roof, ready to fight. What's the big deal? After hearing Naruto chuckle, Sasuke inquired. I'm not laughing because it's amusing. I'm ecstatic because I know today is the day I finally beat you. Naruto responded, a smile on his face. Tisk. You're so conceited. Let's get started. Sasuke grew increasingly irritated with Naruto. Put on your headband and we'll do it. There's no reason to put it on. You won't even scratch my brow. But that isn't the point. The headband represented that we were fighting on equal footing as Leaf Shinobi. There you are, acting all high and mighty once more. You really believe we're on the same level? Oh yeah, I do. Enough. Let's get this out of the way. As he charged towards Naruto, Sasuke said.
So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more awesome stories like this. Thank you. See you all in my next video.